If you follow me for the next 5 minutes, I guarantee your calves will be sore by the end of this video. What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Ty, and in today's video, I'm gonna walk you through the warm-up I've been doing for my calves every day this week, except for Thursday. Don't tell my goals group. What we're gonna do is stay stationary and use a platform for the next 5 minutes and just go through various calf ranges of motion that I've been doing. And what I've found helpful in this is I get blood flow, warmth, and a pain-free mobility movement through these ranges of motion without pain. So what I'll use for equipment is a foam pad, but if you don't have a foam pad, you can use something as simple as a shower towel. You could use a pillow, or if you have it, this foam pad that I like to use. I like to use a foam pad as opposed to the floor itself because the foam pad will give to my feet and the contours that I give the shapes of my ankles. So without further ado, let's get started. So just find a place here, get comfortable, start your timers. The goal for this is I never want my heels touching the pad. So if I'm here, I'm losing. So through the whole 5 minutes, I just want to be lifted off the pad. I don't care if it's a millimeter or an inch. But I'll just start with these little baby dorsiflexes. Nothing huge. We're just getting warm here. And if anything hurts through any of this process, don't do this. Find something to a regressed, pain-free level. But I'm just working softly in here, just the smallest of movements. And I'm pressing, I'm feeling my toes into the pad, and I'm just coming back and forth. And I'm just tweaking here and there. And maybe I'll move a little bit left, a little bit right, but we're just getting warm here. I'll go here for about 30 seconds, about 5 seconds left in this. But again, my heels are constantly off the pad. And with your knees, you can go at this in a couple ways. You can try to extend your knees, or you can bend your knees. You're gonna work your legs in different ways. But once I've done this for about 30 or 45 seconds, I'll go into an isometric hold. So to whatever level you're comfortable, if you can get all the way up top on your tiptoes and that doesn't hurt, that's fine. If it does hurt, find a place where you're just plantar flexing, where you're driving toes into the pad, pushing the toes down, specifically the big toe, and you're just holding this. It could be for 30 seconds, it could be for 15 seconds, it could be for 10 seconds, but we're about 1:15 into work here. And this is just isos. We're not moving, we're not contracting, we're not doing eccentrics, just isos. And then if you feel a little more comfortable, start to feel warm, maybe press a little harder and hold that and maybe count to 10. Again, through all of this, I don't want any pain. If I feel a tweak, if I feel a dull, achy pain, I want to stop or I don't want to go forward. If 5 minutes is too long, aim for a minute, aim for 2 minutes, work your way up. If you can do 10 minutes, great, but I promise you at 5 minutes, it will be good enough. So after I do isometrics for about 30 seconds, I'll start to just do soft plantar flexion. I'm controlling on the way down, and I'm working here. This isn't easy, and I'll do maybe 10 or 15 of these. And I can feel this. I'm already feeling this along my Achilles and into my gastrocs. And now my knees are mostly flexed, but I can adjust this. I can bend the knees and work different parts of the lower leg. And another thing I like to do is, once I've done a few just basic dorsiflexion, plantar flexions, I like to lift up stay on the right side, and then shift the weight to the left side and come down on the left side. And then lift up on the left side, shift the weight back to the right side, almost like I'm doing an inverted U shape as I'm feeling different parts of my foot. So as I shift to this right side, I'm on the outside of my right foot, the inside of my left foot. And then as I come back up on the right, shift to the left, I'm working the outside of that left foot and inside of the right foot. So I'll do 10 or so of these, and we have about 1.5 minutes left. And I'll just go back and forth here, and I'm feeling a good burn. And if I want to target one leg over the other, I'll lift the knee of the leg I don't want to work. So here I'll lift my left leg or left knee, and I'll just push even to the smallest degree with my right foot, digging that right toe, pushing that right toe into the pad. I may hold it and count to 5. This is work. This really is work. You should be burning by now. If you aren't, you're a superhero. But I'll just work maybe 10 or so pumps in here and really get a good burn, but a safe burn. And if you're crashing back down with your dorsiflexion coming back down in the eccentric motion and that hurts, you either need to pull back or do less. So obviously the more range of motion you can get through here, the better you're getting. But once you work one side, you can come back and work another. So I'll lift the right knee and then just give the left calf work. And this is at about 5 minutes, but I have one more thing I want to show you, is just shifting to the sides. And you can use your knees as pointers or guides into where you want to go. So if you can't think about your feet pointing or angling to where you want, think about pointing your knees 45 degrees to the right or 45 degrees to the left. And you'll naturally shift onto different parts of the front ball of your foot. But again, this whole time, I want heels off the pad. And at this point, I'm cooked. I am burning. This is a lot of work. And I've been doing this every day this week, except for Thursday. But it really helps when I do this in the morning to start my day, to feel warm, to feel ready, and try to relieve pain in the process of just living life. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you like it, please give it a like, give it a share. Leave a comment on if any one of these movements helped or hit your calves in a different way. And thank you. I'll see you guys in the next video.